Is Superman really the greatest superhero of all time? Superman's iconic status in pop culture is undeniable. He's been a beloved character for decades, with a legacy that continues to inspire new generations of fans. From his humble beginnings in the comic book pages to his blockbuster movies, Superman has become a cultural phenomenon. His commitment to truth, justice, and the American way has made him a symbol of hope for many. However, one of the biggest criticisms of Superman is that he's just too powerful. With abilities like super strength and speed, the power of flight, it's hard to imagine him facing any real challenges. Some people argue that his powers make him less relatable and less human, but is being powerful really a bad thing? Isn't hope grounded in the fact that it will always beat any adversity that's thrown at it? Another criticism is that Superman is outdated, that he's a relic of a bygone era. With the rise of more complex, darker superheroes, some argue that Superman's old-fashioned values and methods are no longer relevant. But doesn't his classic persona and sense of justice provide a refreshing change of pace from the gritty, brooding heroes that dominate the modern comic book landscape? Unless, of course, you include this Superman. But that's not the point. It's also worth noting that Superman's powers are not limitless. He has weaknesses, like Kryptonite and magic, and he's not invincible to all forms of damage. His biggest weakness, however, is his emotional vulnerability. He cares deeply for those he loves, and that can put him at risk. This human side of Superman makes him more than just a powerful being, it makes him a character with depth. Superman's origin story is one of the most iconic in superhero history. Sent to Earth as a child when his parents' planet was destroyed, he was found and adopted by Jonathan and Martha Kent. They raised him on their farm in Smallville, instilling in him a strong sense of morality and compassion. As he grew up, he discovered his powers and eventually became the hero we know today. And this successful background hasn't changed for almost 90 years. Superman's impact on the superhero genre cannot be overstated. He's influenced countless other heroes, from heroes like Shazam for obvious reasons, and Batman to more humorous takes on the genre, like The Incredibles. Even modern heroes like The Flash and Wonder Woman cite Superman as inspiration. Superman's powers are what make him stand out, but it's his commitment to using those powers for good that truly defines him. He's not just a hero, he's a symbol of what it means to be a hero. His impact on popular culture extends beyond comic books and movies. He's a cultural icon. Superman is one of the few symbols of the world that can be recognized in all major languages. Even if you don't know that his crest means hope, that's what you feel when you see that stylized S, whether on a t-shirt, poster, or DVD case. What is it about Superman that's created such a lasting legacy that for 90 years, people still know exactly what he stands for, who he is, where he comes from? People of all walks of life, all countries of the world can tell you the most important aspects of the Man of Steel. I believe it's the brilliantly told stories that give him this everlasting presence in our culture. One defining moment in Superman's history that showcases his heroism is his battle against General Zod. Though told in many different ways, this story arc not only highlights his incredible powers, but also his unwavering commitment to justice and the people of Earth. When faced with a chance to take over the planet, Superman chose to save humanity instead of ruling with an iron fist alongside General Zod. One of the most iconic storylines in Superman's history is when he sacrificed himself to save the world from Doomsday, a monstrous alien creature engineered to be the ultimate killing machine. This moment showed that even someone with Superman's incredible powers can be vulnerable, and that his commitment to protecting humanity is unwavering. That moment resonated with fans and solidified Superman's place as a hero for the ages. He's not just a character, he's a symbol of hope, courage, and the human spirit. His influence extends beyond the world of comics, inspiring countless adaptations in film, television, and other media. He's a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference, and that even the smallest actions can have a profound impact. One of the most unique aspects of Superman is his secret identity. Though most superheroes have a secret identity, Superman is one of those rare heroes who shows his face. However, his disguise is not the heroic, hopeful part of himself. No, he lets that shine for all to see. Superman masquerades as Clark Kent, a way for him to get closer to humanity, being someone that they consider equal or even lesser than themselves. Superman needs this persona to both ground him and give him a true feeling of humanity. While some may argue that Superman isn't the greatest superhero, I believe his unique blend of power, heroism, and cultural significance makes a strong case for him being the best. Whether you're a longtime fan or just discovering the Man of Steel, there's no denying his enduring appeal. When Superman first donned the cape and tights in 1938, it didn't take any time at all for him to be the most famous character in America and single-handedly starting the superhero age. It was only 1 year later that Batman arrived on scene, followed by many others. Superman's legacy lives on in every hero as the inspiration comes straight from the Man of Tomorrow. In fact, every generation has had a Superman. Though his debut was in the comics in the late 30s, by 1940, Bud Collyer brought the character to life on the Superman radio show. And just a year later, he was showing the world he could fly in the highly acclaimed Fleischer cartoons. But that was just the start. A decade later, a new generation of Superman fans got their own Man of Steel when Gone with the Wind actor George Reeves donned the cape and tights. However, his tragic death would put a halt on live-action Superman for about 2 decades, until Christopher Reeve made the world remember that a man could fly. His legacy lasted through the 80s, and by the 90s, Dean Cain was portraying the character on Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. And all of this was before the great rise of Marvel superhero movies and TV shows. So what do you think? Is Superman the greatest superhero of all time? Share your opinions in the comments below and let me know what hero is better and why. And check out this video where I examine why Christopher Reeve remains the standard for this amazing superhero.